Okay, here we are. We're gonna do something. Talk about WrestleMania a little bit. It's WrestleMania weekend, and just talk about the card a little bit. Have mixed emotions about this card, but the more I look at it, the more I think that it has the potential of being really good. Yeah, so I said has potential of being really good. To start off, let's talk about my WrestleMania highlight, WrestleMania 3. It was on closed circuit. My mom, we took taxis all over Brooklyn to go see it. I think we ended up seeing it in some place in Canarsie. But let's talk about this card real quick. And there are people who've done this better, better productions, and they know what they're doing with this stuff. I don't. You got like Wrestling Regret and What Culture, that they're awesome, those guys. But here you go. To start off, you got Neville versus Austin Aries. I think this match should be on the main card. It has the potential of being the best match of the night. They have it on the pre-show. They had 3. They left this on the pre-show. They took the six-pack challenge and they put that on the main event, on the main card, which is fine. And we'll talk about that match in a little bit. But Austin Aries and Neville are both incredible performers. This really has a chance to be probably the best match of the night, or definitely one of them, and you'll be probably talking about it for a while. And then the other thing is you have the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Look for Braun Strowman probably to win this. I don't see anybody else really winning it. Then you got the main card. As we said, we'll talk about the six-pack challenge first. That got bumped or moved up to the main card because the fans wanted it, which is fine, and it's good to fans that they listened. And it's not like the women don't deserve it. Alexa Bliss has been awesome. Naomi's been awesome, and they're starting to push Naomi. So look for Naomi to win this. Though it's not necessarily going to be the end of the world if she doesn't. Then you have another match. You have Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, The Club versus Enzo and Cass versus Cesaro and Sheamus. I think the WWE has completely misused Gallows and Anderson. I think that they're phenomenal. I mean, they have success around the world. Whether or not using them better is beyond me. They've become a kind of a joke. It would be cool, if they reform the club, but they won't. For whatever reason, 'cause it's not their idea. I think, unfortunately, I think Cass and Enzo are going to win. But that has potential of being a really good match. You got Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin has a lot of momentum going. He's a really good performer. My impression of Dean Ambrose is, I think the shtick's getting old. I think they need to reinvent him. So hopefully, Baron Corbin wins this match. Then you got the match another match that no one really cares about. I don't know why they're doing it. It's John Cena and Nikki Bella versus, The Miz and Maurice. I think they have totally misused The Miz. He is white hot. His promos, his promos have always been really good. His promos are like off the hook in the past 6 months, 7 months, especially with the back and forth between Daniel Bryan and the last few weeks, just ripping to shreds John Cena. John Cena and Nikki Bella do not need to win this match, especially if John Cena is going to film a movie and this is going to be Nikki Bella's last match. They don't need to win. They shouldn't win. They're not that good performers. John Cena has never been that good performer. I don't think he's ever put anybody over cleanly. However, I think a lot of fans think that way, but a lot of people inside the business tend to differ. I think John Cena is great. That's just there. I mean, they're in the business. We're not. We're fans. We're marks. But John Cena sucks. Another match that we have coming up, Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens. This match could be awesome as well. Probably, if the Aries Neville match is not the match of the night. This definitely has the potential to be the match of the night. Chris Jericho, at 46, 47 years old, is just busting his ass and probably performing better than he's ever have in the ring. And his mic skills are still great. And Kevin Owens is a tremendous, tremendous competitor. It's an excellent story. They built this up tremendously. So this really should be a good match. With Jericho leaving to go on tour with Fozzy, so it's probably going to end up being Kevin Owens winning, which is fine because Kevin Owens is tremendous. Then you got the Raw Women's Championship going. Bayley, Sasha, Charlotte, and Nia Jax. It would theoretically probably make sense if Nia Jax wins. She won't win because I think they're going to build a story. I mean, rumor has it they're going to go with a story with Charlotte and Nia Jax. And this might be the time where Sasha turns on Bayley, which is fine because everybody knows heel Sasha is much better than face Sasha, which is great anyway. And the matches that Bayley and Sasha had in NXT were phenomenal. They bring best out of each other. So hopefully Sasha wins. She deserves to win. Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles. I think, once again, here's another case where I think they're wasting somebody. No offense to Shane. I think they're wasting AJ Styles. AJ Styles is, as Shane McMahon said, probably the best performer in the company, or especially somebody they had, like, a better performer they've had in a while. Then you got another story that they did an excellent job building up to. Seth Rollins, Triple H. It's been this story. The two of them have been together for years, a couple of years now. It's a great story. It should be a really good match. It's going to be up there with the matches. They're both really good performers, so hopefully, Seth Rollins wins, which I think he is. I don't think Triple H is going to be that stupid and not put Seth Rollins over. Not that he needs it, but whatever. Seth Rollins should win this match. Then you got The Undertaker versus Roman Reigns. I think this is going to be a night where Roman Reigns turns heel. He'll probably beat The Undertaker, which it doesn't matter because the streak's not important anymore. Look for Roman Reigns to win this match. And I think the fans will finally get what we want, a heel Roman Reigns. Then you got Goldberg versus Lesnar. Lesnar probably win this match. Look for it not to go that long. Probably 5 minutes, 6 minutes. It can't go that long because Goldberg does not. Goldberg gets exposed when matches go, or anybody puts up any kind of fight against him. So you don't want that. And especially because the last two matches were absolute squash matches and they were disgusting. Which leads us to what should be the main event, Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. This should have been Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, but they went ahead and just made it Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. It's an excellent story. It has potential to be a good match. Bray Wyatt is a tremendous performer. He's amazing on the microphone. So look for Randy Orton to win, but I would hope that Bray Wyatt retained the title. Well, that's WrestleMania for you, boys and girls. So let's see what happens. Should be good. Should be a lot better than I thought it would be. So fingers crossed.